Good morning. Good morning. Oh, 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 oh. Hey, yeah. Oh, anywho, yeah, so I've noticed a tendency among young Earth creationists to expect evolution to produce things that, well, let's be honest, the theory of evolution predicts that these things cannot happen. But young Earth creationists insist that these are the only evidence for evolution that they will accept. And one of them is chimeras. What is a chimera? Well, a chimera is a composite animal made by grafting parts of different animals together to create an impossibility, an animal that cannot exist in nature, but can hypothetically exist in a universe where magic happens. And, well, yeah, young Earth creationism does depend on magic. So, the young Earth creationist demands that we produce a crocoduck or a shark horse or a dog that has wings growing out of its back and which flies. Yeah, they demand that we produce these things. The problem is that these are the things that they need to produce because it is their model, such as it is, that predicts that these things must inevitably happen. Because their model, the young Earth creationist model, does in fact allow for magic. It does in fact allow for chimeras. Whereas, yes, evolutionary biology very clearly predicts that chimeras can never, never happen. So when young Earthers demand chimeras, what they're demanding is that we provide the evidence that supports their religious position. Because from a scientific standpoint, chimeras are impossible. You cannot have chimeras. You cannot have a horse with wings growing out of its back that actually flies. You cannot have a crocoduck, that is a duck with a crocodile's head. You cannot have a shark horse, which is a shark with horse's legs that runs on the land. You can't have that. You cannot have a unicorn, that is an animal with a horse's head and a horn on the nose, a lion's body, and goat's legs. You can't have that. You cannot have that. You cannot have animals that are composites of other animals grafted together. And no, a duck-billed platypus is not a chimera. The bill is not actually a duck bill. It's a leather proboscis. It is not made out of the same material that a duck's bill is made of. It's not chitin. It's skin. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. Yeah. So no, chimeras are not proof of evolution. They are literally proof against it. They are evidence for young Earth creationism. And yet creationists demand that we provide them with chimeras as evidence for evolution. Young earthers not only do not understand evolution, they also do not understand creationism. They do not understand creationism at all. They do not understand their own religion and the implications of their religion. They don't understand it. Why don't they understand it? Well, because they don't study, they don't learn, they don't examine, they don't ask questions. They just believe what they're told. Young earthers believe what they are told by their pastors and by the young earth preachers that they find online on the internet. People like Kent Hovind and Matt Powell and the list goes on and on and on. It's really quite depressing. But these people do not even understand their own religion, young earth creationism, let alone evolution. They do not understand evolution at all. They expect evolution to provide chimeras and don't realize that chimeras refute evolution. They refute it because they are impossible. Chimeras are impossible. So, yes, mythological creatures cannot exist outside mythology. That means that crocoducks, shark horses, Pegasus, or Pupasus, or unicorns, or centaurs, or man-cows, or cowmans, whatever you want to call them, or mermaids, are all impossible. They are chimeras. And chimeras cannot happen in a universe where evolution takes place. They cannot happen because they violate biology. On the other hand, if young earth creationists are correct, we should see them because they do fit the model of young earth creationism. So yeah, when young earthers ask us to find the things that actually prove young earthism, they're not making a good case for themselves. They're just not. The reality is, young earth creationists don't even understand their own model. Because, yeah, the young earth creationist model, not the evolutionary model, is the one that predicts that we should see crocoducks, shark horses, and, yes, puppy Pegasus, or flying dogs. We should see those things in a creationist reality. But if in fact evolution is correct, then those things should never happen because they violate biology. Yeah. How do you get creationists to understand something like that, though? Honestly. Understanding is not their thing. Anywho, yeah. So much for yeckery. Yeah. You might have heard the ducks there just a moment ago. Yeah. Anywho, yeah.